there was no shortage of absolutely unhinged responses to the attempt that was made on Trump's life on social media. So we've gotten into the Hollywood perspectives, but as you can expect, the perspectives that are coming from people like Destiny, for instance, are much worse. And he went on a tirade of tweets that I'm going to recall for you. I have them pulled up on screen right now. But if you're listening, he said he's conflicted about how to feel about what just happened on Saturday. He tweeted, "If we learned anything today, I hope it's realizing the importance of principles I've stressed on many times on stream before. Having a firearm means absolutely nothing if you don't spend time at the range practicing with it." Yeah. And he also said, "At least you're too fat to miss, you subhuman, hypocritical piece of shit." He said that Trump was acting like a dictator, that he was causing an insurrection. He said, "I'm honestly conflicted on how I feel about the shooting, but we'll chat about it on stream tomorrow."
What were his dictatorial behaviors that I'm not aware of?
January 6th. You'd have to ask Destiny. I don't have all the answers. He also said,
that's a big claim.
"Oh, I'm sorry. What happened in 1776? Was that a peaceful protest?" And then someone posted a graphic image of blood on the bleachers at the event in Butler. And he said, "I cannot believe your shit right now." Destiny responded, "All I see is Biden up 1 in Pennsylvania." Get it?
Yeah.
Because the person who died that day is now a registered Democrat. So he just thinks the whole thing is a laugh riot. Not like I have anything against joking about tragedies on principle, but the way he was doing it was very specifically malicious, and it was... I mean, I saw worse than what was coming from him, but there were legitimate incitements to violence that I'm still scrolling past on my timeline right now.
The first thing it made me think of, and it's not a one-to-one comparison, was remember when the dude lit himself on fire for Palestine?
Yeah.
And
people were like, making him a martyr.
Well, but it became a meme almost instantly, right?
Yeah.
You don't go to the internet for compassion and rational thought.
Of course, yeah. And this other TikToker made a video giving her immediate reaction to the news. She was upset that Trump survived the shooting.
Let's watch this quick.
"I just found out about this shit. It just happened. I haven't even had a second to process. You're telling me somebody finally had the balls to bring a pew-pew, and he missed! We were a second away! We were a
Someone
centimeter away!
should pull her over for filming a TikTok and screaming while driving.
She's like holding her phone too. It's not like on a...
She's very unfortunate looking.
There was a white man attached to that trigger. I know it! We were a centimeter away!
What I want to know is like, this is just a fair question. She's driving in what looks to be a nice car through what looks like a suburban area. My problem with the internet connected to
she has AirPods.
What my problems are with the internet as it connects to politics is that people don't care about what's going on locally. They care about what's going on in national elections, and they treat it like pro wrestling. And they're really, really attached to it, right? Like, I don't know what in her daily life has been so upended that would make her react this way.
You know how Phil jokes about feminists seeing every man as their dad or the president?
Yeah.
This chick sees the president as her dad.
Yeah.
I can tell she's letting out some primal screams here.
She should have gone to that class where you can twerk away your generational trauma.
Somehow, her only problem with the perpetrator is that he was a white man. And she attributes that to why he missed his shot.
Oh,
she said, "I know it was a white man attached to that trigger."
Oh,
that's why she blamed him for not killing Trump.
I assumed that was just because white men and guns.
No, she means like if it were a non-white person or a woman, that they wouldn't have missed.
Yeah.
So there's that. And now I'm seeing some more honest reactions from liberals. This girl posted a TikTok about their reaction knowing that Trump is going to win at this point.
Hey, Trump got shot at. Got shot at? Trump got shot at. So, like, did he? Oh, yeah, he lived. Huh. Yeah, and what's worse is he looked really cool when it happened. What do you mean he looked cool when it happened? He unfortunately looked very cool when it happened. How do you look cool getting shot at? Well, like what did he do? Pop right back up with blood streaming down his face, pumping a fist in the air, shouting USA, USA, USA until a crowd of thousands joined in? That's exactly what he did. Oh. Yeah. But yeah, that's really cool. I know. Crap. We're gonna lose the election, huh? Big time.
Yeah, they're realizing in real time. We have
I mean,
a
that
20
was actually
from...
done pretty well.
Yeah,
That
I
was
don't
a-
mind it. Like if she's just being honest about it. We have a 20 from Ulven Crow. Aurelio Voltaire from the Velocipaster movie. The Gypsy Man is making a movie. Thank you. Called the Demonatrix. And he is a goth singer from my childhood.
We will have to go look into this.
The Demonatrix, huh?
Mary ever quits this show, it's just going to become a B-movie review channel.
I'm totally okay with that. We also have a take from Baby Gronk. If any of you are into Gen Z brain rot, you'll know exactly who this is.
Yep, here we go.
America, what are we doing shooting each other for? I'm Baby Gronk. I'm the leader of this young generation. Donald Trump, with his ear bleeding out, that guy, he's a dog.
Yeah, that's Baby Gronk's take.
I wonder what Livy Dunn thinks of this. I need to know.
We need to know what Livy Dunn thinks of this.
What does Livy Dunn think about?
We need to know what Kai Cenat thinks of this.
It's important.
We also have an unedited clip of Biden's response.
Here we go.
My fellow Americans, I'm enormously high. I'm gay. I want to speak to you tonight about the need for violence. A former president was shot. I'm grateful. Law, what's made America so special? Nothing. Think about it. To remember.
Completely real.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm enormously high.
In case this gets brought up at our hearing someday, I'm not saying it's actually real. It's
it's edited, obviously. I hope you all know that. And finally, if you guys were wondering if there were any pickup lines that you could use that were tonally appropriate for, the spirit of our age, this one says, "The guy who tried shooting Donald Trump had me thinking about how I missed my shot with you."
I see some Valentine's Day cards in their future.
They're cooking.
Yeah,
definitely. So yeah, at least some people were able to
call me the assassinator. The way I'm shooting my shot.
Call me Trump's assassin. The way I'm gonna miss my shot with you.
Oh, that's just so sad. It's just so sad. Look, it's the internet was actually again, I'm not on Twitter like all day anymore, which is a huge benefit to my mental health as a whole. But the first thing I thought of was after the dude set himself on fire for Palestine, it immediately became a meme.
Yeah.
And that filled me with a certain amount of dread that it's like, look, nothing matters anymore.
Well, there's no...
Nothing matters anymore.
There's no sense that human life is sacred anymore. And I understand that that's like very dark, but at the same time, it's incredibly American. At least, this contemporary American culture encourages us to make light of tragedies, not only after there's been a time period to process everything, but with no time to process anything. Before you even know all the facts, like you see half serious posts and half memes on your timeline about a national crisis happening. And this is what happened when people from Japan were making jokes about 9/11 to get back at us for Barbenheimer memes. And all of the Americans were like, oh, you must not understand our sense of humor because this is what we do. We are incredibly solipsistic and nihilistic, and that's our entire sense of humor.
I immediately went to humor.
Yeah.
That's just the way my brain works.
Is it a coping mechanism or is it just funny? I don't know.
No. Look, this is what it is. At least to me, is like you live more and more of your life on the internet now, which means you live more and more of your life surrounded by people you don't actually interact with on a daily basis or have any reason to actually care about. You care about the people who actually touch your life in some way, shape, or form, meaning people you interact with in the real world most of the time. Sure, there's people you can be friends with long distance that maybe you don't see very often, but for the most part, for something to truly affect you, it's somebody that you know. It's somebody that's actually had an impact on the real world life that you lead. And the idea that everyone is going to care equally about things that happen online. Now, there's a greater discussion about, what it means for the nation that stuff like this is happening, and it's valid and it's 110% real, that we don't even take the most serious of events, seriously anymore.
There were people, I'm sure, the day of JFK's assassination who were mourning, like very solemn. It was a very solemn day. I don't think that even if Trump hadn't survived on Saturday, that people would take a moment to be serious about it.
My anger wasn't with individuals on the internet making jokes. My anger was with the media. My anger was with the unbelievably vague headlines designed to obfuscate the truth of what happened from normies who might find out about it. That's what I care about. Like, I wrote a very long essay type thing out about, like, look, these headlines are not just intellectually dishonest, they're evil.
They were immediately in lockstep saying, it was an incident.
Yes.
There were shots ringing out. He fell.
Somebody saying something crazy on the, look, I saw a lot of people who were dissecting the stuff that Destiny was saying and saying, look, he went off the deep end after his divorce. And so
clearly,
I'm not saying you have to have empathy or sympathy for Destiny. What he said is vile, but you can have it for an individual, for a human being. You can't have that for a corporation. Okay?
Sure.
I can extend graciousness, empathy, and care to somebody who says something awful because I know that they're a human being, whatever the case may be.
But when the New York Times comes out the next day,
it's an evil, disgusting corporation hell-bent on taking the best intentions of American citizens and using it against them. That's evil. Okay? Human beings are flawed. Corporations are evil.
Yeah, that's a good point, and one that is far too often forgotten.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.